This is Scott the Fix-It Guy, and today we're going to be working on a GMC Yukon. This is a 2004, but also the Chevy Tahoe is very similar. And we're going to be working on replacing this control unit, which is for the HVAC, for heating, ventilation, air conditioning, with a new unit. And the reason we're going to do this is that it's a pretty old unit, seems to be malfunctioning. We're no longer getting this part lighting up at night. Usually you get all these controls lighting up. Could be that this bulb has gone out, but also this no longer controls anything. So when I move this, when the key is in the start position, or when the truck is running, you can listen and you don't get any response. There's no change. This is the one that controls the driver's side, heat and cold. So it's just stuck in the one position. On the other side it does work fine, and it used to be that if you reset the computer by removing power and then putting it back, that you would get this function again. But now it's no longer working and there's no longer a light. So my suspicion is that this unit may be malfunctioning. When I remove the wiring harness from the little mixer assembly down here underneath this cowling and tested it for power, there was no power. So I think this control may be burned out on this one side. So we just have modular connectors, and first thing we're going to do is remove this panel, and this is just some cowling that comes off pretty easily. So you can grab it and pull it towards you. It has clips that hold it on. And just be a little bit careful when you're getting it up over this area. It's probably best to take the gear shift and put it in a down position. So you have to move it to a full down position, and then you can lift this off. Just got to get it over this gear shift lever. Just take your time.
Communities looking to rebuild, depending on skilled workers to step up and help turn the...
Just gets caught up right there. And also lower your steering assembly would help. There we go. So that whole thing comes out, and what we're going to do is going to pull the 10 amp fuse for the HVAC. So look at this one, and it shows that HVAC / ECAS is this one. It's right above the 25 amp. So we're going to pull that one, and that'll cut power to the assembly. And then over here we have a 9/32 bit we're going to use to remove a couple of these screws. So we're going to pull this one. Got one over here. And then we have these little clips kind of holding this in. Just going to get something underneath these little clips so I can move them up to release them. And then this upper one. There we go. Get the other side. And then do the upper one. There we go. Okay, pull this out toward us. We have these modular connectors on the back. Get our new unit. Looks like it matches up good. There we go. So we're going to push down on this tab, pull back, push down on this tab, this one to come out. Just kind of wiggle it. Pushing down there lifts that to release it. So there's the old one. Put on the new one. Make sure it locks in. Put on the new one. Lock it in. We're going to go ahead and push that on in. And it'll just lock into those tabs. It's pretty cool. Like it. Click, click. Get the 4 clicks from the 4 tabs. We'll put in those screws again. That one. Other side. There we go. We're going to get the steering column pushed all the way down out of the way. We're going to get this guy out of the way to be able to move the gear shift lever. Put on your brake. Get that out of the way. This over. So you got to get this to go beyond the gear shift lever. And then you can push this cowling down, and then you want to fit these clips into these holes. Just take your time. Fit these in. Pretty cool, pretty modular. Go slow. Make sure everything's going back in.
Driving impaired type accident.
There we go. Okay. We're going to go put that 10 amp fuse back in. Here we are. So that'll restore power to the AC system. Tap back on. Okay. Go back in. Good. Put everything in the off position on our AC. And we're going to turn on the key to the start position. So almost to where the car starts. The AC right before the start position for a few minutes. So we're just going to listen to everything reset. So we can hear all the blend doors moving and resetting. Give it about 2 minutes. Now when you move the dials, you should be able to hear things moving around the different blend doors. That's working. Fan control works. Try this side. Try this side. So I do hear movement, so I think this is working again. So we're going to turn on the car now and give it a test with the AC running and with the heater running. So that seems to have done the trick, replacing this module. Usually when you don't get a response from your driver's side, it's either stuck on cold or stuck on hot. It's usually just resetting that 10 amp fuse and letting it wait for 2 minutes, and then you'll be okay. But in my case, eventually something broke and this switch was no longer doing anything. Just something wore out maybe. I noticed I had no light on this side and I had no response and no power. And now I've got it on just regular, so it's blowing nice and cool. And when I go to hot, it just takes maybe 5 seconds and I can feel heat. Perfect. Then I go back down to cold. I wait about 5 seconds and it's cold again. So that's, in this case, that solved the problem, and I hope this can help you guys with your GMC Yukon or your Chevy Tahoe, and also can apply to the Sierra. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe when you get a chance.